Hey guys, welcome to Allied Mission 4 with a part-time of 18 minutes. Now this mission can be a little intimidating, and the reason why is the Grand Cannons. On normal or below you would have a group of Rocketeers with you as well. They are perfect against the Grand Cannons because they cannot get shot back. On hard, guess what? You have none, so you would need to use the destroyers, and they will be shot at, unfortunately. One or two of them will be destroyed, no pun intended, but otherwise it's not a big loss. You won't really need them after you get the transports to shore. Now, as the destroyers take on the Grand Cannons, we will start to creep the transports forward. What we want to do is get them moving at the most efficient time so that we can shave some precious seconds off of our own time. Moving them too soon is dangerous though, obviously because of the Grand Cannons, but the splash damage specifically can, when they attack the destroyers, can still hit one of the transports. And if that ends up destroying it, and if that contains your construction yard, then I think that is a automatic game over. So we use the destroyers to protect the transports from the submarines and to eliminate enemies on the shore when needed, such as that sentry turret. Once they land, we will immediately deploy the troops. And please try and keep as many of your GIs alive as possible at this point. They are very important for advancement. If you lose too many, it will be a lot harder. Well, if you use the strategy I'm using, that is. Just try not to let them get killed by the war miner. Use the tanks to take care of that. Okay, once that's done, we get the construction yard up as soon as possible, because once we get it up, this will start the cyclic amplifier countdown. The sooner that we start the countdown, the quicker you will get reinforcements coming in from the water, which will include extra tanks, which are very useful for what we're trying to do. Now, another thing that gets a quicker time is to move the GIs up towards the base. That is after you get the construction yard up, of course. Now, we will garrison the closest building next to us because we need to take care of the building next to that building because it's garrisoned with enemy troops. Once we take care of them, that will clear up a path for us to travel. And there are reinforcements right there. Excellent. We'll get them close to the base. Now, once those troops there are taken care of, we will next move our GIs up to the closest building to the amplifier and garrison it there. Now, I believe once we get close enough to the amplifier, we get more reinforcements, this time in the form of Rocketeers. They will be the ones destroying the amplifier, while the tanks will destroy any flat tracks or flat cannons that get in the way. Of course, except for one solitary cannon that's right next to our garrison GIs. They will take care of that. Now, I'm a bit iffy. I'm not exactly sure what causes the Rocketeer reinforcements to arrive. It could be that when you start attacking the defenses around the amplifier, such as that flat cannon we just destroyed, or maybe when we take out any anti-air defense around the amplifier, such as that flat cannon. That would make sense, since Rocketeers, flat cannons. Makes sense. Or it could just be that specific flat cannon there. I don't know. If you know for sure, anyone, then please let me know. Speaking of flat cannons, like we said earlier, we will use the tanks to destroy any that are in the way of the Rocketeers, while the Rocketeers themselves will take care of the amplifier. Now, sometimes a flat track might appear on the left side of the Rocketeers. It doesn't seem to do anything though. You'd think because it was on hard difficulty that they would be swarming to protect the amplifier. I mean, in Mission 2, when you destroyed the enemy construction yard, they all swarmed towards Tanya, then go towards your base. It should have probably been a similar case, considering that this building would have guaranteed them victory over the entire United States. But oh well, their loss. Now, once the amplifier is destroyed, we will be greeted by, of course, a very long cutscene, as we all know. So I'll mention a few more things as well while we wait. Like I mentioned before in another video, remember that this is just one strategy. If you have another strategy that you think is good or better than this one, then use it. Better yet, show me so that I can see it, because I love seeing good gameplay and good strategies. Now, another thing that is fairly important, don't forget about your reinforcements. Make sure you make good use of them. I lost count how many times I actually left my reinforcements where they were for an extended period of time. Lucky for me, they didn't get destroyed. Even if you do forget about them, you will most likely get a good time. I mean, when I forgot about my reinforcements last time, I actually got a time of 6 minutes 57 seconds. This time, when we did things better though, we got a time of 4 minutes 55 seconds. So that's not too shabby at all. One last thing I should mention, you would probably have noticed that I was capturing enemy construction yards earlier. That was just because I was filling time, making sure I was doing something in between proper actions like moving forward the troops, etc. You know, just to keep the mind sharp or whatever. I just feel like that if I'm on a roll when I'm playing a game, then I'll keep performing actions in order to keep up the pace. It's a very common thing to do in real-time strategy games, I believe. If I pause for too long, that can be bad for my pacing and ultimately my gameplay. Alright guys, that was Allied Mission 4. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to see more videos and I will see you next time for Mission 5.